Okay, deal two is a well-kept 4-bedroom, 2-bath house has been on the market for 12 months and has been listed with 2 realtors. The house is now FSBO, valued at $100,500 with a loan balance of $80,500. The seller is asking $85,000 for the property. The loan has a due on sale clause. Monthly payments are $876. We assumed PITI. And the kicker is there's 4 other properties on the same street, in the same price range, in good condition, that have been on the market for the same 6-month period of time.
Offer one.
Well, we looked at this thing hard and we decided that there's a pretty good chance we wouldn't make an offer at all.
Oh, really?
But we came up with 2 there. Okay, but we came up with 2. What it is $1,000 down.
Wait a minute. Isn't this the exact example I used in my option offer the other day?
Well, we have a lease option offer here.
Okay.
Okay.
You have a lease option offer?
Yeah, that's...
Is that offer one?
No, 2.
Well, give me one.
Okay, offer one is $1,000 down and take title subject to the mortgage.
Is there anything in that that says she'd be willing to do that?
Nope. And there's nothing in there that said she wouldn't.
Okay. Remember now, these are only offers.
Is that exactly right?
Oh, okay. $1,000 down.
Take title subject to the mortgage. Get the deed.
All right. And that's your total offer. She gets nothing else.
That's right.
All right. It depends on her motivation, doesn't it?
And there's
What's her
absolutely
biggest
no
motivation
indication.
most likely in this thing?
Pretty good.
Get rid of that debt. Debt relief is
Yep.
probably the biggest motivation that she's got. Okay?
Okay, so then...
Well, now wait a minute.
Okay.
Let's discuss the back door of that offer. What is it?
Well, what we decided was we would sell on agreement for deed with seller financing, no
All right.
qualifying,
Okay.
for $100,000.
Sell it for $105,000. Okay?
Okay, 100. All right. And
How much down?
as much as possible, hopefully 10.
Is that possible?
I think so.
Sure, I just said it was. All right. This nice house, right? Needs no repairs?
Needs no repairs.
Okay. And, in fact, isn't this back door exactly like the one we just did? The only difference is the due on sale clause loan, of course, in the numbers, right? Isn't it?
Yeah.
Listen, folks, if the lady will deed him the property and he takes the loan subject to, could he sell it with an agreement for deed, land contract, or whatever? Could he do it? Yes, he could. Will the lender call the loan due? Nope. First of all, title hasn't transferred. Now, in some states, they have the right to call the loan due with the land contract.
Well,
Most of them they don't. All of them they won't.
We bought it subject to, so the title did transfer to us.
Well, that's true. It did, didn't it?
Yeah. It's not transferring to our buyer.
Did you have the seller put it in a trust
Yes.
and then assign you the trust?
Absolutely.
Okay, so actually the lender doesn't know the title transferred even.
No, I guess theoretically, no.
Okay, so we fixed that problem.
Quickly.
All right. If she'll let you take the loan subject to, does she care how you put it in a trust or not?
Probably
No.
not.
Okay. All right. So the back door. What kind of monthly payment were you looking here on a $95,000 incoming?
Well, I had to figure just a little different than that, so it would be over $1,100 incoming.
Is that a little high?
Might be.
Well, it's a little high. Remember, the mortgage is only $95,000. $1,100 is a little bit high, but he can probably get by with it. However, I'd try to work on it to make it a little bit lower, especially if I'm getting $10,000 out of the upfront cash. I'd try to get the payment. In fact, if I were going to work on it, I'd try to get the payment at $995 or somewhere real close. Now, that gives him about $120 a month coming in on this house. All right? I'd rather have the $120 a month coming in and have the payment reasonable than to try to stretch another $100 out of it and have it unreasonable. I want these people to think that they got a killer deal, which they did. They got into a $100,000 house with $10,000 with no qualifying. All right? So that's the back door. Offer 2.
Offer 2 was a lease option with 0 down, just to
Yep.
get the payment covered.
You're going to lease option it for the amount of this, the amount of mortgage?
Amount of the
But
mortgage.
she wants money, doesn't she?
Well, she's asking for $4,500 in cash, but I guess has been for about a year. So
Okay?
we're assuming she's
So
motivated.
you're offering her debt relief, and that's it.
That's it.
All right. In this case, she won't deed you the property. She's credit conscious.
Right.
So you offer the lease option instead. Offer one was, go ahead and deed it to me. I'll make the payments, and I'll take care of the house. She says, no, I'm scared you'll ruin my credit. Okay, offer two is, lease option it to me. I'll lease option it for the mortgage balance. You're not going to offer her any money when you sell?
Well, I'd start at no money, but then maybe be a little negotiable on it.
Okay. So you're going to lease option it for $80,500, and if you have to, you'd give her a $500 deposit to let her move or something, wouldn't you?
Exactly.
All right. And then you're basically going to do the same thing you're doing here, except you're not going to get $10,000 up front on a lease option, are you?
No.
What would you go for up front?
I figured 5.
I have no argument with that. $5,000 earnest money deposit, and lease option it for what?
$100,500, which is the
You would lease option it for $105,000, huh?
Yes.
All right. And what kind of a payment what kind of rent would you ask for?
We figured $900.
$995, huh?
Okay, $995.
Okay.
That gets our debt service for the PITI covered, and then we'd go for whatever over that he
Let
could
me stop
afford.
for just a second. If this buyer went out and got this house financed, how much cash would they need first?
At least 10
About 10 grand? Okay. How much of a payment would they have at today's rates?
Over 1,000.
Give me a calculator. Let's find out. Let's find out. If they're going to finance $90,000, what's the rate today? It ain't 8.5. It's higher than that. Huh? It's even higher than 9 now. About 10 and a quarter the last one I did, too. Hey, let's just plug in. You got to keep up with these rates. Let's just plug in 9.5.
10 and a quarter for only finance.
Now, this is not an adjustable. This is a fixed. Let's do 30 years. No, I'm talking about if they went down to the bank now.
Okay.
If they went down to the bank and got a 9.5% loan for 30 years for $90,000, the payment would be $760 plus taxes and insurance. On this house would be about another $100 a month, wouldn't it? So they'd have an $860 a month payment. Knowing that, I want my rent to be higher than what their payment will be when they go buy the house. I'm giving them an incentive to buy the house. They get a lower payment when they do. So $995 would be what I would expect to collect on this house. Plus, what?
Plus whatever they could afford.
Whatever you can extract out of them to pay toward
go
their
towards
down
the down
payment.
payment.
Okay, you got it. All right, that's plan 2. That's the back door on plan 2, and that's a good plan and a good back door on a good house. All right? Do you have a third offer?
No deal.
Well, yeah, we couldn't come up with a third offer because we can't steal it.
All right?
So if she wasn't willing to give us the deed subject to the mortgage, then the lease option's really the only thing to do.
Okay. I'm with you.